Cześć, tu Marcin. Hi, Marcin here. I'd like to tell you a story about a Polish nobleman by the name of Pan Twardowski. And this will be one of the videos in the Polish Heritage series for the Chicopee Public Library, and also very tangentially related to the summer reading program for kids, Tales with Tales. There are a couple animals that appear in this story, but unlike some other stories that you'll hear this summer, they may not be the main protagonists. They're not the main characters. So, Pan Twardowski. Pan Twardowski was a szlachcic. A szlachcic is a Polish nobleman. Can you say szlachcic? Szlachcic. He lived many, many years ago in the city of Kraków. Can you see my shirt? I have a Kraków shirt today. Well, because, sometimes, or maybe often, the best stories take place in Kraków. So, Pan Twardowski was a sorcerer. He was a magician, and he was a scholar. He read every book that he could get his hands on, and he was an expert in many, many, many fields. He knew mathematics, he knew physics, he knew astronomy, but he also knew biology, he knew the natural sciences, but he wanted to know more. He wanted to know everything there was to know. And some things he was studying, well, some people didn't like that. And eventually they said, "To the devil with you." And he thought, hey, the devil knows many things. I bet I can get the devil to work for me. And he spent many years poring over volumes and making spells and mixing potions in his giant cauldron in his basement. And one night when he was ready, he created a potion. And he said the words of a very, very difficult spell. And in a puff of smoke, and with a lot of smell of sulfur, the devil appeared. The devil said, "I am Mephistopheles. Why have you summoned me? What do you want with me?" And Pan Twardowski said, "I want to know all the things. I want to be the master of life and death. I want to know all the secrets of wealth and fortune, and of all the virtues and all the vices." And the devil thought, Pan Twardowski's soul would be great in hell. And he said, "I can do all that for you. I can give you fortune, and I can have all the devils serve you on one condition, that I will have your soul." And Pan Twardowski, he was very smart, and he thought, and he said to the devil, after thinking, "No, I signed this deal with you, and you just grab my soul and take me to hell? You're not gonna trick me like that." And the devil said, "Fine, I will give you many years, and then, after many years, I will take your soul to hell." But Pan Twardowski wasn't quite satisfied. He said, "I would like to make an amendment. I would like to say that you can only take my soul when I visit Rzym." Now, Rzym is the Polish name for the city of Rome in Italy. And the devil knew that Pan Twardowski travels all over the place. And he thought, surely he's going to visit Rome not too long from now. So he decided to say, okay, we can sign. And they signed the contract. And from that day on, Pan Twardowski knew all the secrets of life and death. And he knew the secrets of how to make great fortunes. And he knew everything about virtues and vices. And the devil thought, with so much knowledge, he will become a tool for evil. He's gonna cheat people out of their money, and he's gonna make them commit all sorts of bad things. But Pan Twardowski wasn't like that. He decided to take all the knowledge that he gained from the devil and make people happy. So when he made a big fortune, he gave it to the poor, and he fed the hungry. And he made sure that everyone in the city of Kraków had everything they need to live a comfortable life. And when some years had gone by, he started traveling all across Poland and all across Europe. And wherever he went, he would find the people that were sick, and he would heal them, and he would help the poor and the needy and the hungry. And the devil did not like that. The devil was becoming angrier and angrier with Pan Twardowski. But Pan Twardowski almost forgot all about the devil. And he was traveling all over Europe, but never visiting Rome. And he decided that when he does all this traveling, he needs to have a steed worthy of his status as the most powerful sorcerer in Europe. So he made a giant rooster that he could put a saddle on, and the rooster was able to fly. And it would fly so fast that Pan Twardowski could travel from one city to another, from one country to another, in no time at all. And after a while, he decided, I want to have an assistant. And there was a young man in the city of Kraków who was very eager to become Pan Twardowski's assistant. His name was Machik. Can you say his name? Machik? Machik was pretty smart, and he really wanted to learn. But he was also a little rash, so he liked to do things before really thinking them through. But Pan Twardowski was teaching him very patiently and slowly, and Machik wanted to learn everything at once and do everything right away and do everything super fast. But Pan Twardowski told him he has to take things slower. And so another few years went by, and Machik was learning. He wanted to learn more and faster, but he was learning a little bit at a time. Finally, one day, Pan Twardowski decided that Machik was ready to heal his first patient. And Pan Twardowski was going to watch over him, but something came up, and he had to jump on his flying rooster and go to another city to help somebody else. But Machik, he knew he could do it, so he mixed the potion to give to the sick person. But in his haste, he did it wrong, and the potion he gave to the person made them feel worse, and they became so sick that they were ready to die. And they would have, if not for Pan Twardowski, who came flying back on his rooster, and at the moment he saw the patient, he knew what happened, and he very quickly mixed another potion and gave to the patient, who recovered right away. But Machik, he said, you have to be punished because you did not listen to me, you wanted to do everything fast. And Pan Twardowski turned Machik into a spider. And so Machik, as a spider, kept traveling with Pan Twardowski, but he was no longer learning as much as he wanted, and he wasn't becoming a powerful sorcerer that he wanted to be. In the meantime, the devil had enough. He said, that's it. I'm going after Twardowski, and I will trick him into going to Rome. And he disguised himself as a poor merchant, and he went on a road in between two cities that he knew Pan Twardowski was nearby. And he had a horse and a wagon, and he was traveling slowly on the horse, And then he saw Pan Twardowski, and disguised as this poor merchant, he said, "Oh, Pan Twardowski, can you help me? My wife is sick, and she needs help. Can you come and help her?" And Pan Twardowski said, "Of course, my dear man, I will help you." And Machik, as the spider, could smell a little whiff of sulfur from the poor merchant. But Pan Twardowski, after not having thought about the devil for so many years, didn't even notice. And as they were traveling, the devil used his evil magic to create a big thunderstorm with heavy rain that was pouring all over them, and they were out on the road. And Pan Twardowski said, "My good man, we cannot continue traveling. We need to stop somewhere." And the devil, in his disguise, said, "I know of an inn nearby where we can spend the night." So Pan Twardowski said, "Very well, let us go there." And as soon as they reached the inn, and as soon as they crossed the door, they went into the inn, the devil threw off his disguise and he started laughing his evil laugh. He said, "Ha! I've got you. Look at the name of the inn." And Pan Twardowski's heart sank. He became terrified because he realized the name of the inn was Rzym. So finally, after many years, he set his foot in Rome. And the devil ripped off the door from its hinges, and he grabbed Pan Twardowski, and he threw him onto the door, and he started flying him to hell. But he thought, "I will show this Pan Twardowski who dared to evade me for so many years." And he started flying up towards heaven because he wanted to show Pan Twardowski the gates of heaven and say, "See, you will never go there because your soul comes with me to hell." And Pan Twardowski took out his singing book from his pocket and started praying and started singing to the Virgin Mary and to God and to all the angels. And the prayer that he was praying was so strong and so genuine and so real that the devil was burned by its fire. And he dropped Pan Twardowski and ran away, telling him, "I will never come back for you." But Pan Twardowski fell not to the earth, but to the moon, where he lives to this day. And he misses Kraków terribly. So once in a while, he sends his trusty servant Machik on a string down to the earth, where as a spider he can listen to everything that's happening in the city of Kraków. And then he goes back up his spider string and tells and whispers all that he found out in Pan Twardowski's ear. And that is the story of the famous Pan Twardowski. I hope you enjoyed. Dziękuję.